We put a lot of trust in the police. They are the thin blue line standing between order and chaos. We expect them to protect us. We expect them to serve justice. But what happens when the very people sworn to uphold the law break it? What recourse do we have when those with the power to arrest, detain, and even use deadly force abuse that power? This is the uncomfortable reality of police misconduct, a betrayal of public trust with potentially devastating consequences. We are not talking about a few bad apples here. Systemic issues within law enforcement have led to a crisis of accountability. From excessive use of force to wrongful arrests, racial profiling, and corruption, the misuse of authority by law enforcement is a stain on the fabric of our society. It erodes trust in institutions meant to protect us and disproportionately impacts marginalized communities. This is not an indictment of all police officers. Many serve with honor and distinction. However, the actions of a few can tarnish the reputation of the many. This piece will explore the complexities of police misconduct and the legal avenues available to those who have suffered at the hands of those sworn to protect and serve. It is a call for accountability, transparency, and a justice system that truly works for everyone. Because when the shield of the law becomes a weapon, it is the people's duty to hold those in power accountable. Police misconduct, two words that carry significant weight. It's not just about a police officer having a bad day, it's about a betrayal of the oath they took to serve and protect. This misconduct can manifest in many forms, each one a breach of public trust. Excessive use of force is often the most visible and shocking form of police misconduct. This ranges from unjustified shootings to brutal arrests, often captured on bystander videos that shock the conscience. The use of force should always be a last resort, proportionate to the threat and never driven by anger, bias, or malice. Wrongful arrests and detentions are another egregious form of misconduct. Imagine being thrown in jail, your freedom stripped away, for a crime you didn't commit, based on nothing more than prejudice or a hunch. This is the reality for many victims of wrongful arrests. It can lead to job loss, reputational damage, and psychological trauma. Then there's the insidious problem of corruption. This can range from accepting bribes to planting evidence, manipulating crime statistics, and protecting other officers who engage in misconduct. Corruption eats at the core of law enforcement, turning those sworn to uphold the law into criminals themselves. Racial profiling, a pervasive and insidious form of police misconduct, targets individuals based solely on their race, ethnicity, or religion. This discriminatory practice violates the very foundation of equality and justice. It creates a climate of fear and distrust, and perpetuates systemic racism within the criminal justice system. The U.S. Constitution, the bedrock of American law, provides crucial protections against government overreach, including police misconduct. The Fourth Amendment safeguards individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures. This means police officers can't just stop and frisk someone without reasonable suspicion, or barge into their homes without a warrant based on probable cause. This amendment is a cornerstone of our right to privacy and limits the power of the government to intrude on our lives. The 14th Amendment is equally important in the fight against police misconduct. It guarantees equal protection under the law and due process of law. This means that law enforcement cannot treat individuals differently based on race, religion, national origin, or other protected classes. It also ensures that everyone is entitled to a fair and impartial legal process, including when interacting with law enforcement. These constitutional rights are not mere suggestions. They are the foundation of a just society and provide legal grounds to challenge police misconduct. Section 4. Seeking redress, taking action against police misconduct. So what can you do if you believe you've been a victim of police misconduct? The first and most crucial step is to document everything. Remember, in these situations, details are your friends. Write down everything you remember about the incident as soon as possible. Include the date, time, location, and specific details about what happened. Note the officers' badge numbers, names, and physical descriptions if possible. If there were any witnesses, get their contact information. Gather evidence. If you were injured, take photographs of your injuries. If the incident occurred in a public place or was captured on security cameras, try to obtain that footage. In the age of smartphones, bystander videos have become crucial in holding police accountable. If you can safely do so, record the interaction with the police. However, your safety is paramount. Do not resist arrest or escalate the situation. Be aware of your surroundings and any potential dangers. Section 5, the power of the people. Filing complaints and pursuing civil action. After gathering evidence, it's time to make your voice heard. File a formal complaint with the police department's Internal Affairs Division or Citizen Review Board, if one exists. These complaints initiate internal investigations into the officer's conduct. While the outcomes of these investigations can vary, filing a complaint creates a record of the incident. This can be valuable evidence should you decide to pursue legal action later. In addition to filing complaints, you can also explore pursuing a civil lawsuit against the officer and the police department. Section 1983 of the Civil Rights Act of 1871 allows individuals to sue state and local government officials, including police officers, for violating their constitutional rights. This legal avenue seeks not only accountability, but also compensation for damages suffered, including physical injuries, emotional distress, lost wages, and legal fees. Section 6. Navigating the legal labyrinth. The indispensable role of a civil rights attorney. Navigating the legal system can be daunting, especially when you're already dealing with the trauma of police misconduct. This is where a skilled and experienced civil rights attorney becomes essential. They can help you understand your rights, gather evidence, build a strong case, and navigate the complexities of the legal system. Civil rights attorneys specialize in cases involving violations of constitutional rights, including police misconduct. They have the expertise to challenge police narratives, cross-examine witnesses, and present your case effectively in court. A good civil rights attorney will be your advocate, fighting tirelessly to protect your rights and hold those in power accountable. They will be with you every step of the way, providing guidance, support, and a voice for justice. Remember, you don't have to face this alone. Section 7, a ripple effect. The broader impact of holding law enforcement accountable. Holding law enforcement accountable for misconduct is not about vilifying all police officers. It's about upholding the values of justice and equality that our society is built upon. When we hold individual officers accountable for their actions, we send a clear message that abuse of power will not be tolerated. This fosters greater accountability within police departments and encourages a culture of transparency and respect for the communities they serve. Moreover, challenging police misconduct can lead to systemic change. By shining a light on patterns of abuse, excessive force, and discriminatory practices, we can push for policy reforms, better training, and improved community policing strategies. This can help rebuild trust between law enforcement and the communities they are sworn to protect. The fight against police misconduct is a fight for a more just and equitable society for all.